Hickenlooper, you're up next.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Tench, let me start with you. I think we all agree that we agree with you that we've got to win the AI race. And it's not just our economic future, it's our national security is at stake there. In your testimony, you highlighted the importance of high voltage transmission, noting that, and I'll quote, enabling the transfer of electricity between regions can lower operational costs for data centers and other large users. Without action from this administration and from this Congress to accelerate high voltage transmission development, will the U.S. stay globally competitive in the AI race?
You bet. You bet.
I don't think we can say definitively that without interregional transmission, we will fail to be globally competitive. What I can say is that our ability to move electrons seamlessly across this country in between these regions is critical, freeing up access to power where it's needed. And that allows us to build the data centers that contain the AI that we're all scrambling for here in terms of being able to stay competitive. So it is one part, and an important part, I think, of a change we can make in order to make better use of the grid that we have, but it is not in and of itself sufficient to avoid the outcome you're describing.
But let me rephrase it then. Would you agree that the probability of our losing ground in the race towards AI, the probability that we're going to lose ground increases if we don't address this issue within the grid?
Yes.
Good. And would you believe that any bipartisan or administration-led permitting reforms aimed at supporting data centers should also include some of these ambitious reforms to building that high voltage transmission?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yes.
Great. Mr. Gramlich, studies show that high voltage transmission improves reliability and affordability, yet in the U.S. we've only built 3,238 miles of high voltage transmission from 2017 to 2024. Experts say we should be building 5,000 a year. So that means we should have built 35,000 and we built less than 3,500. Meanwhile, China is rapidly building a supergrid of ultra high voltage that allows it to support growth on a variety of facets that we will not be able to match. In 2023, Congress directed NERC to study U.S. transmission needs. The Commission found we may need 35 gigawatts of additional interregional capacity just to ensure reliability. So, Mr. Gramlich, can you explain, in layman's terms, the value of interregional transmission in terms of affordability and reliability?
Sure. Thank you, Senator. It's absolutely true that interregional transmission is one of the best ways to improve reliability and resilience. We sometimes see 10% of a region's power served by the large-scale movement of power across the country over that interregional transmission network. Unfortunately, none of us inherited a power system that is very conducive to that, with thousands of little vertical silos of utilities that don't have those horizontal connections, and our regulatory structure is only trying to catch up to that. So your work through EPRA and other efforts, other bills that you have introduced on interregional transmission are very welcome.
We always appreciate the preparations that our witnesses make that make us senators look good. We appreciate that.
Takes a lot of preparation for you, but that's okay.
Oh, thank you, Senator. I appreciate that. Also, Mr. Gramlich, I was going to put out, within all this discussion we've been making, there is a hard truth that we need 100 gigawatts of power or more, really, by 2030. Yet only 4 gigawatts of natural gas projects are even in the pipeline. And certainly zero for coal. So the market isn't buying what's out there being sold. What kind of state-level intervention, studies, and subsidies should Congress and the Trump administration, what would we have to back? What should they be backing to actually build that 100 gigawatts of new natural gas or coal capacity by 2030?
Yeah, it's just not really feasible to do it all with gas or, nuclear in this decade isn't going to happen. Nothing against it, it's just not going to happen. Gas turbines are constrained, as Senator Heinrich mentioned. You just can't get one, get in line. So we really have to, just as a physical matter, we have to rely on many sources, all of those sources that are being developed, and that certainly includes wind, solar, and battery storage.
Great, thank you. So but what you're saying is that we need to take those things that are in the queue and are ready to be built, even though they're not going to be sufficient to provide all the baseline that I think there's a consensus that we need to raise the baseline, or the base load capacity. We need to build everything we can right now.
Yes.
Great, thank you. I yield back to the chair.